This is the Iron Trader, and it is President's Day. Here in the U.S., the markets are closed, but for me, I'm a 24/7 guy when it comes to the markets. So today we are going to review gold, silver, and the dollar. This video is for information purposes only, not a recommendation to buy, sell any stock, commodity, ETF. Please like, subscribe. Thanks for watching. All right, here we have gold, your daily and your weekly chart. Okay, now if we look at this chart here, just look at the daily, okay, what do we see? Well, what you had here is you got a left shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder, and then she slammed right on up nicely. Now it came down, now we have a good sideways action. You can see on the weekly here, left shoulder, head. Now you're building basically a big right shoulder here. Okay, so that is going to be a breakout, 21.52.30. But in the short term, let's just see how this all looks. Okay, daily chart. Now, let's just take a look at the downside here first. Well, when you look at this candle here, okay, this looks like a possible bear flag situation going on here. See that, how that works? Okay, again, if you can close above this candle right here at 2047.30, then that negates that pattern. Okay, so let's just look at the downside first. So you want to look here at this 8 SMA, 2025.40. Okay, if that is lost, then we'll come over to the top of this candle. You're looking at 2020.20. Then we'll come over here to the bottom of this candle. You're looking at 2006.60. And then we have 2001. That is your 100 SMA here. And then we look at your price channel. You got 1996.40, and then your 200-day is sitting at 1981. Okay, so that is basically what you have on the downside short term. Okay, again, if that's all lost, that 200-day is lost, then we can come down to the bottom of these candles here. You're looking at 1938.80, but there is a gap all the way down here if you look. Okay, so you're looking at 1857.50. There's your gap. And then we have here 1849, which is your fill. But that's a long ways away. I always like to point it out just in case. So here, if we look here on the upside, well, we got to get it back above that 21-day. That is going to be key. That is going to be 2036.60. And then right above it, we have your 2040.80. And then we'll come to the top of this candle here, which is basically 2047.30. Okay, so that is going to be your resistant levels. But we have to see if that bear flag is going to actually pan out or if it's just going to negate it and go right on up. Okay, so you say you get above all those SMAs here. We come to the top of this candle, 2047. Well, then you can just work yourself all the way on up here. You got 2051. We have 2061. We have 2074. And then you have 2083.20. That is going to be the big retest. So right now, you've got a trading channel here, if you look at it. So you got 1996.40 on the bottom, 2083.20 here on the top. Now, if you break above it, well, then we just go to the next price channel. So you're looking right there. You're looking at 2088. And then we'll come up to the top of that candle at 2098.20. Then obviously your big retest up here is 2152.30. Okay, so realistically here, we got to see if that bear flag pans out. If it does, you'll be looking here at 2001, that 100 SMA. Then you'll be looking at that 1996, and then basically 1981, your 200-day. That's going to be very, very big time support. Now you look at your RSI. You got plenty of room in both directions. This here is still bearish. Your green is below the red. That shows you momentum is down. So we got to see how that all shakes out. Okay, so here on the weekly. Well, you got like a pinball action. Okay, your 8 SMA here, 2040.60, and then your bottom here is 2016, your 21-day. So we've got to see which way that goes. If that 21 is lost, then we want to look right down here to that 1987, that 50 SMA. That's going to be very crucial before you hit the 1981 here on your daily chart. But right now, this is here still looking pretty good. Your 8-day is kind of rolling over. We got to see how that's all going to shake out. But if you can get back above that 8 SMA here, then you can just work yourself all the way back up here, okay? And just like we have here on your daily chart. But we got to see how that's going to shake out. Now, your MACD, well, your green just crossed below your red. That's not looking good. Always look at it on the weekly. That gives you a little bit different time frame to check things out on. And your RSI here, that's looking, it could go either way, either direction. So realistically, right now, we got a trading channel here. 1996.40 bottom, 2083. 20 there on the top. Okay, so we got some really good action. Got to see how it all going to shake out. Again, if it's lost, just watch that 100, watch that price channel, and then watch that 1981. On the upside here, watch that key 21 SMA, 2036, and we had 2000 on your 50 SMA, 2040, 80, and then the top of this candle, that's going to be key. Okay, that's 2047, 30. Above that, we can ratchet the candles, but your target is going to be 2083. All right, let's take a look here, see what's going on with silver. All right, here we have silver, daily, weekly chart. Now, you can see here, this doesn't have that really nice, like, inverse head and shoulders pattern like we had here on the gold. We just have really a big kind of a chop action here, okay? So, but what you did get here is a nice double bottom, okay? So you put in the low here at 22.04, and then we retested it at 21.97, but you put in that red candle. See that? Green candle. See, that's what you want to see. That there is a red dog, okay, where it comes down below the price, everybody wants to go short, and then it turns green, okay, and then she rolls right on up, okay? So that is always very, very bullish. Plus, what I like about the silver is, look at your 8-day curling up here, very nice. Your 21 SMA here curling up very, very nice here too. So we got to see how this all shakes out, but you got a double bottom here in play. Now, you can obviously see where you have a big red candle, but it's an inside day, okay, which basically means the highs, the lows is the inside of the highs and low of the previous day candle. So let's just take a look at the downside first. So what we want to watch is we want to watch that key 22.79. That's your 21 day. We want to watch that 8 SMA at 22.76. If that's lost, we can come to the top of this candle. You're looking at 22.51. We look to the bottom of that candle, 22.40. And then we have right down here, 22.04. And then your big retest here is 21.97. Now, we look at this candle right here to the left of the chart here, 21.92. So this here, you can see how it's providing some really, really strong support. So anytime it seems like it wants to get down to that level, that is going to be providing some very nice support here to take her up higher. But even like a trading range, which is fine. Okay, so let's look here on the upside. So obviously after that red candle, you want to look at that 100-day, 23.23, and then right above it, you have 23.30, your 50-day, and then we have your 200 SMA here sitting at 23.53. You really need to get back above that 200 SMA. That's always going to be key. If you can, then what we do is we'll come over to the top of this candle. You're looking at 23.72, and then we just follow the price channels over. Okay, so what do you have? You got 24.33. We'll take this price channel, bring it over. What do you have? 24.74, and then the top of that candle there, which is basically 24.89. And then you can just work yourself up. You have 25.02. You have 25.44, 25.68, 25.94. Your big retest up there is 26.34. Now, an easy way to trade gold is GLD. Easy way to trade silver like we have here is SLD. Okay, you can get in, out. There's no fees. Big volumes, don't have to worry about it. If you buy the physical commodities, like I know a lot of people are doing, I know Costco, they had the big sale on the gold, it's really, you're going to lose money on this because bottom line here, it's going to cost you 4% to buy that and 4% to sell. So you're already out 8% just before you even buy it. Now they're selling out like hotcakes and everything. Oh, I'm going to do this. I think it's more of a tchotchke than it is any kind of a, useful investment kind of a situation. But the easy way is use the ETFs in, out. If it happens to go out, who cares? You already got your money. You don't have to worry about, I got to take this and I got to sell this and that's all nonsense, okay? So that's the easy way to do it. GLD for the gold, SLV for the old silver. So bottom line here, on the daily chart here, we want to watch that 21 SMA, 22.79, that 8 SMA right below at 22.76. Then we can come to the top of that candle, 22.51, 22.40, and then we have a nice big retest down here at 21.97. So basically call that 22 level here. Very, very good support. On the upside, watch that Hondo You're looking at 23.23. You got the 50-day above it, 23.30, and then you have your 200-day, 23.53. I'll close above, then we can just follow the candles all the way on up till you get your big retest here, 26.34. Now your RSI here, well, you're sitting at 51 here. There's no really anything here. I do like this divergence though. See where you have a low here. You have a little bit lower low, but look at here. See, you have a low, then we have a higher low. So you have a positive divergence here on your RSI, which was really nice that you would always want to watch that when you're trading, when you see that double bottom. Okay, so as that sold down the next day, you watch this divergence and you can say, wow, that's a positive divergence. And then what happened? Turn to red dog and boom, right back on up here again. Okay, so your MACD, well, your green's above your red. That shows you that you've got good momentum. That's looking pretty good. What do we have here? Your green is below your red. That's not really looking anything great. We just have sideways action here. You can look at, you can see this. It is just absolute sideways action here. So what you really want to do is watch that 8S today, 2304. You want to watch that Hondo, 2258. And then you can see where these candles are. See, that's that 21 area. See that? 22 area, I mean. See that? Look how many times. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you got really, really good support levels here coming right across on that level. So on the upside, you want to watch that 200 SMA here. You're looking at 23.37, and then we have your 50-day right above it at 23.73. So basically, if you look at that 23.50, if you can get above that, okay, then we have your 23.74. Above that, we have nice blue sky all the way and up to a retest of 26.34. But you do have a lot of resistance when you look at the 100, the 50-day, and the 200-day. And then we look over here on your weekly, and you see your 200, your 21-day, and the 50-day. That is a lot of resistance. But it just looks like you have a nice trading channel here going on. Okay, let's take a look here at the U.S. dollar. Okay, you always want to watch the U.S. dollar, okay, if you're trading any kind of a commodities, okay, whether it be gold or silver or oil or whatever, you always want to watch the dollar and just to see what's going on. Now, when you look at this chart here, you got a left shoulder here, you have a head, and then you have a right shoulder. And then within that, you have a left shoulder, a right shoulder, and then the head, okay? So basically here, if you can break a car up above that 104.97, you flip this over, you can hit that 107.34 real quick. Okay, so that's what you always want to look at. But let's just look here on the short, on the downside here first. Okay, so really what you want to do is watch this key 104.30. Right below it here, we have 104.25. Now again, if that's lost, then you come right down to 103.84. That's your 21 SMA here, and then you have your 200-day sitting right at 103.61, and then right below it is 103.09. Now you can see this 50 SMA. See the charts work on a thing. Whether you always use an 8, 21-day, 50, 100-day, 200-day. So now look how nice this works. See where it went sideways action here, but anytime it came down, what did it do? It held that 50 SMA. See how clear that is? Can't make it any clearer than that. And then when she popped up here, then we have a little sideways action, held the 8 SMA, rallied up here, and now we're hanging right around that 8 SMA. So that's what you want to watch on the downside. Watch that 104.25. You watch this key 8 SMA here, and then we have right below it 103.84, and then the key level here is going to be 103.61 and 103.09. These are your key levels here. It's going to be basically your 21, your 200-day, and your 50 SMA. If that 50 is lost, then we come right down here to 102.77. Okay, so very, very nice. Now, there is a gap, so we'll take the bottom of that candle. You're looking at 102.74, and then we look to the top here. You look at 102.58. So it's a small gap, but it's still a gap and a fill. So always keep that in mind in case all this support is lost. There is a gap and a fill, and that's usually like a mag to a refrigerator. That's just how that goes. Now, your RSI here, you're looking good here. Your MACD, your green is trying to get go below that red, but so far it could be just like this and come right down and roll right back up here. But the dollar is still very, very strong at 104.27. Now, when you look on the weekly chart, really, really nice sideways action here. You can see where you put a top in there at 107.34, and then we put in a lower high at 107.11, double top, came right on down. Okay, so always have to watch it. So right now, what we have, everything's kind of jammed right on up here. Okay, so you really want to watch this key, a 21 SMA, 104.12, and then we have 104.48. That's going to be like on your upside. On the downside, watch that 103.45. But your 8 SMA here, see how nice that's curling back up at 103.16? Very, very nice. So even if that's sold all the way down to that 8 SMA, which is pretty much in line here with your 50 SMA, you're still looking very, very bullish here on your on the dollar here. I mean, when you look at this chart here, see you can see the inverse head and shoulder here, and then the inverse head and shoulder within the inverse head and shoulder. Okay, so this is a very, very bullish chart. It's rolling right up. The key is going to be breaking above that 104.76. Again, if you can, then we just go right to the left of the chart. You want to go there next, so which is basically 106, and then we can come up to the top of this candle here. You're looking at 106.78. We have 107.11 and then 107.34. That is going to be your breakout. That'll be the top of your price chart. But right now you got a good range. 107.34 on the top, 161 on the bottom. You're pretty much in the center of that. So this looks like you had a tighter range here. Now we just have a little bit bigger range. But the dollar looks strong, so watch that 104.97. A close above that, you'll work yourself all the way back up to the retest. On the downside, just watch these key SMAs here. These are going to be key. If they hold, you're in good shape. If not, always watch that gap. That's it sitting at 102.74, and then watch that fill at 102.58. Okay, that's what I got for you on President's Day. Gold, silver, and the dollar. All right, now remember, tonight when the futures open here at 6 p.m., I will be full-blown with the crude oil and the natural gas to get you all set up for Tuesday. Thanks for watching.